Perez on the right takes a position. Off we go. That's a powerful start. And Perez is on the way. And Casillas maybe seems to be into the bend first for Mexico. And Perez on the back straight, pumping, keeping low. Casillas into the final corner. It looks like a close race. There's going to be a dive for the line by Perez. Difficult to say if she's won the heat. But a superb performance by both athletes. Leaving nothing in the locker room. 100% commitment from the bang of the gun. The smiles of the Chile fans here who have come out early to support their own athletes, as Casillas seemingly had the early lead. Kept those arms pumping all the way to the line. Again, Perez trying to keep low, driving all the way through until the end. Good effort by both women. Let's try and listen out for the times. See Perez going back to her tent. The names of the final two athletes to come to the track, both representing Colombia. Valeria Rodriguez, again surely the favourite. Gaina Pajaro.
Representante de Chile por una vez, tiempo 19 segundos 527 décimas. Representante de México número 17, 19 segundos 534
Just look at the history of Pajaro in speed skating. Unbelievable really what she's achieved over the last 5 years. Pajaro in the World Championships 2018 in Hirdanum, Portugal, gold in the 100 metres, bronze in the 500. 2019 Barcelona, gold in the 100, gold in the 200. In Colombia in 2021, almost a clean sweep. Gold in the 100, 200, the one lap sprint and the 500 metres, she got a silver. See Valeria Rodriguez Lopez on the track, and also on the track will be Gaini Pajaro. Pajaro in the World Games in Birmingham last year, gold medalist in this 200 metre event. Silver medalist in 2019, and here we go. And we're off. Great start, Pajaro straight into her skating. Into the corner, keeping low. Rodriguez also while swinging those arms. This is going to be really close. Looks like maybe Gaini Pajaro is ahead. What a finish. I mean, nothing much to split these two women in a fantastic head-to-head competition within one nation. Colombia with such a rich history of speed skating, dominant in the recent World Championships. As you can see them in the crossover, beautiful technique. Keeping that outer arm, swinging across the body to try and get the momentum to go around with the crossovers. Such a difficult technique, executed to perfection by some of these women at such high speeds. And that's it, 12 of the female competitors have finished, which draws an end to the racing, as it were. This women's competition, 12 entries, 12 completed. We're all down to the timekeeper's stop clock. It's going to take a time, surely, of around 18 seconds, low 18 seconds. There'll be tenths, if hundredths of seconds to split the times, to split the competitors. You see the athletes ready, hoping to bear the colours, the flags of their nation, to fly proud. Just awaiting confirmation. It's the men in the background, waiting their turn on track. Costa Rican athlete. The waiting is Marlon Oreamuno Arroyo. Crowd support for member of athletes here as the crowd gradually builds this morning. Brazilian athlete also awaiting his turn on track. Guilherme Abel Rojo. Oh, and the hands are up. That's a medal for Colombia. That's certainly a medal for Colombia, but which colour is that going to be? Is it gold? Pajaro. You can see the athletes and coaches embracing. Great to see the list of times up on the screen just to confirm all the times, all the athletes and all the medals. One thing certain, that Colombian flag is waving proudly in Santiago. Confirmation, Gaini Pajaro is the winner of the gold medal with a time of 18.624. And she continues her fantastic form. She won gold in the 500 in 2019, silver in the 300. The same year in Lima. Now it's gold for Gaini Pajaro in the 2023 Panamerican Games And there are the results flashing quickly up in front of us. No doubt Gaini Pajaro knew straight away her time of 18.62 was good enough. Final athlete on the screen there. Arias. Good time of 18.957 as well. El Salvador athlete Notches with 18.87. One of the first riders, the skaters out on track. She set the early time, the early benchmark, and it took until the final round, the final couple, to knock the El Salvador athlete Yvonne Notches. You see again the final couple, Rodriguez Lopez and Pajaro, pumping those arms onto the crossovers. And look, maybe that Lopez had stuck it on a second look, but Pajaro, too strong, too powerful, too experienced. And the men are out on track, warming up. This again will be a firecracker. And there she is, a gold medal winner, Gaini Pajaro, the 200-meter champion, the roller speed skating competition. A proud moment for herself and Colombia. Once again, she rules supreme. She came in as the favourite, and she delivers an amazing time of 18.624 seconds to secure that gold medal. The Brazilian athlete Guilherme Abel Rocha going around, and it's all about mental preparation, isn't it? Along with that physical ability. Costa Rican athlete Marlon Arroyo, Mexican athlete going around. Jorge Martinez Morales. Martinez Morales is surely one of the favourites in the men's competition. Multi-medal winner. In Toronto in 2015, he won bronze in a 200, and bronze in a 500, and in Lima was bronze.
Recordamos también que esta prueba de 200 metros es la primera vez que se compite con
you're now only joining us for the opening day, the opening session of the 2023 Santiago Panamerican Games roller speed skating competition. The men are on track, warming up for the 200-meter time trial. The women have just finished with the gold medal going to Gaini Pajaro of Colombia. And in the 300 equivalent event, the 2019 games in Lima, Colombia also won gold there through Pedro Cruzal. I'm sure the men of Colombia once again hoping to retain that gold medal. Pedro Cruzal also won the 500 that year as well. Let's note again, Jorge Martinez won bronze, and the Mexican, I'm sure, will be hot favourite, along with Emmanuel Silva, the Italian, winning gold in the recent World Championships in Italy. Chile athlete will surely be getting a massive welcome to the Pantidromo in Santiago. And that's another beautiful shot of the facilities here. The shadow of the athletic stadium to our left. We're skating a velodrome with the courts in the background. Chile flag hanging proudly from the stands. We have 11 men's athletes on the way. Just to remind you, as I said, this is the 200-meter time trial gold medal race. Later on, there'll be a second session of skating later today in the 1 kilometer or the 1,000-meter race. That's, I'm sure, will be hotly contested. Now then, skaters are ready to come on to the track. It looks like it'll be maybe the Paraguayan athlete will be first up.
In the heat one.
Jose Silva. Nope, Brazil also called up. Guilherme Abel, the Junior Panamerican gold medalist in 2021. Winning that competition ensured the Brazilians qualification for the senior competition, the 2023 Panamerican Games. I'm sure a number of these guys will know each other well from the circuit. training hard. It's all about performance on the day in these sprint events. Paraguay against Brazil first up. There he is, Jose Silva on the track representing Paraguay in the white, blue and black skate suit. Here we go. Off he goes, Silva on his own. This will be difficult just because of the odd numbers in the race. He has to go alone into the back straight. Has to pump those arms, has to get swinging into this final corner, into the crossovers. Calmly takes the corner towards the line. It's a dive. Gets that toe over as quick as he can. And that's a good effort on his own by Jose Silva of Paraguay. Off he goes. Powering, sprinting into that first corner. Into the crossovers. Still stepping as quick as he can, then into his skating. Powers again out of the corner. Gets low, get his body position over that front wheel to stop the clock and get the opening time of this men's 200-meter time trial gold medal race. Great fun, this competition. You've not seen it before. It is probably the equivalent of the 100-meter sprint on wheels. Now we have Brazilian athlete Guilherme Abel Rocha and the El Salvador athlete Marvin Rodriguez Gomez. The Brazilian Guilherme Abel Rocha in the traditional colours of the Brazilian national flag. To our left, El Salvador. And Marvin Rodriguez Gomez on the right. And they're off. Looks like a great start by Brazil, by Abel Rocha. Into the corner, powering through the crossovers. Some work to do by Marvin Rodriguez Gomez on the home straight to get back up on even terms. Into the final corner, out of the corner, nearly gets close to the side barrier. It looks like Abel Rocha takes the heat. Beats El Salvador to the line. Of course, it's all about the stop clock, about the referee, the marshal's time on the clock in terms of the medal positioning. Gets slow. Guilherme Abel Rocha powers out of that starting block. Pumps those arms, as does Marvin Rodriguez Gomez. Swinging the arms, stays low, stays aerodynamic. You see, nearly gets to the side barrier, uses the whole width of the track to keep that speed up. There's the Brazilian athlete. Slightly more control, maybe, by the looks of it. Marvin Rodriguez Gomez. So that's 3 athletes down from the 11 entries. 17.765 for Eber Rocha, 18.461 for El Salvador's Marvin Rodriguez Rocha. So that's a great time for the Brazilian. Argentina up next. Nahuel Shelling Cuidado. A Costa Rican athlete. Marlon Aremuno Arroyo. They'll be looking to beat a time of 17.763. Argentina on the right, Nahuel Shelling, Quevedo, Marlon Arroyo on the left. Here we go. Out they go. 2 different starting tactics, and looks like the Argentinian is into the corner first. Costa Rica trying to put back into it with Marlon Aremuno Arroyo into the final corner, the second corner, towards the line. It's close. Very close. Has Costa Rica come back to win that? What a race. The fireworks of the sprint speed skating in Santiago. Leaving every ounce of energy out on the track. 2 different starts. Marlon Aremuno Arroyo with the front on start, as it were. It was a side start by Shelling Quevedo of Argentina. Different tactics. The result is fairly similar. They're flying out to the blocks. And then it's 100% full out, pedal to the metal effort towards the line. See the next 2 athletes coming onto this track. Looks like they'll be USA, Ecuador as well. Renato Karachi.
Representing the United States.
US States, represented by Jacob Anderson. US in there, blue, red and white. Ecuador, white and blue on our left. US on the right. Both to the side start. And we're off again. Ecuador's Renato Carachi on the left, USA's Jacob Anderson on the right. Into the first corner, into the sidestepping, pumping those arms. Anderson is flying around the track, keeping low, keeping aerodynamic. Carachi as well, towards the line, towards the finish. That's a big dive by Anderson, nearly losing his balance. What a race, what a finish. Setting the track alight in Santiago. Great stuff. Entertaining the crowd here in Chile in the Panamerican Games. And Ecuador's Renato Karachi pumps those arms and legs in equal measure. USA's Anderson flying down that back straight. Halfway through, knows there's one bend to come. Brilliant skating, entertaining skating. More controlled finish by Karachi. And 18.4784 for Anderson. Unable to match Guilherme Abel Rojas. 17.763. Anderson unable to match Guilherme Abel Rojas. 17.763. If you want to medal in this men's 200-meter race, you need to go sub 18 seconds. Next two athletes, Mexico against Venezuela. And one of the favourites, Jorge Martinez, against Venezuela's Jose Rojas. Jorge Martinez, well, he's won a number of medals over the years. 2015, Jorge Martinez getting bronze, and 2019 a bronze medalist. Jorge Martinez Morales on the left, bronze medalist in 2019 against Jose Rojas. And off we go. A great start by both skaters again, powering into that front corner. Keeping those arms swinging. Keeping the pace up, keeping low. And the Mexican athlete looks to be clocking a superb time. Jorge Martinez wins the heat by the looks of it. Great effort by the 2019 bronze medalist in this 200-meter event. We're looking to prove his standing on the podium. It was a good effort by the Venezuelan athlete as well, by Jose Rojas. .566 by Martinez. Rojas won a good time as well. That's now a time to beat by Jorge Martinez. Here comes the line. So controlled, so balanced, and a great dip for the line. Now then, final two athletes on track. Chile against Colombia. And wait for the round of applause after this one. The Colombian athlete who as well will be one of the favourites, Andres Jimenez Torres. And Chile, the home athlete. Hear that roar. Emmanuel Silva Santibanez. Emmanuel Silva Santibanez, a Chilean, a gold medalist in the recent World Championships. Here, and see the Chileans getting behind there, man. So this is the race. This is the heat the home fans have been waiting for. The current world champion, Emmanuel. And off we go. Emmanuel Silva Santibanez on left, the world champion, powering into the corner against the Colombian Andres Jimenez Torres. It's a great race, powering, look at the roar, look at the cheer, and to the line. Emmanuel Silva Santibanez for Chile, winning the heat, beating the Colombian Andres Jimenez Torres. But what's the time? He needs to beat the 17.516 of Jorge Martinez. And the whole of the Pantidromo will be looking and waiting anxiously for the judges' time. Obviously the Colombian athletes powering, keeping so low. And Emmanuel Silva Santibanez. And I think the draw says it all. It's a gold medal for Chile. And Emmanuel Silva Santibanez, he's the world champion. Now he's the Panamerican Games gold medalist in the 200-meter time trial with a time of 17.562. So close against Jimenez Torres, 17.597. What a race. I said earlier on, there'll be hundreds of seconds splitting these athletes on the track, and it's proven to be exactly so. And Chile celebrating a home gold medal. Oh, what a feeling. Emmanuel Silva unable to keep his emotions in. Going around this velodrome, soaking in the atmosphere, his lap of honour. Then the embrace, the handshakes, and so we want to stay out there for the track for as long as possible. It was pretty much a head-to-head. Between Emmanuel Silva Santibanez and Andres Jimenez Torres. Torres taking bronze in the 200 meters in Italy. So close. Fantastic scenes for the home crowd, for athletes. Let's watch this again. Emmanuel Silva Santibanez powering out to the blocks, pumping those arms. His rival, Andres Jimenez Torres, the same thing, solo once again into that drive, swinging those arms across the body. And as he comes out to the corner, it's one mad dash for the line. The dive, looking across. Nobody too sure who'd taken the win. The winner is the one, the only, Emmanuel Silva Santibanez. What a first session we've had in Santiago. Confirmation of the results and the times. Martinez Morales 17.566, pinned by Santibanez 5.62. It is so close. Tenths, thousands, hundredths splitting these guys. The Chilean flag flying high. The other nations being represented here in the Panamerican Games 2023 in Santiago, Chile. I'm sure some of the pro fans wanting to watch the race back once again. It's been a fantastic morning of competition in the 200-meter time trial. First up, we saw the women's race with hot favourites Gaini Hajaro taking the gold medal for Colombia. Hotly contested men's competition. Emmanuel Silva Santibanez taking gold for the host Chile in what was a fantastic head-to-head into the final heat between himself and Andres Jimenez Torres. The medal ceremony will be coming up shortly, both the women's and men's competition. An opportunity for me to remind you that the 1,000-meter sprint will be taking place later on today, as will the men's. We'll have more racing tomorrow here in Santiago with the men's and women's 500-meter plus distances and the 10,000-meter eliminator.
Santiago de Chile, el punto de encuentro para demostrar que se llena dentro.
Just waiting for the ceremony, for the podium to be set up in the Pantidromo. And if you're new to roller speed skating, I'm sure you'll be hooked from what you just saw. To see more racing through the course of the weekend. A number of these athletes will be back again for especially the 500 meter events, some of them for the 1000 meter as well. Clear skies above in Santiago. We've had some days where the mist has really settled above some of the locations, the courts, the tracks, the pitches that have been used. Perfect skating conditions for these athletes who are just taking part in a fantastic 200 meter mad dash around this circuit. One lap to see who's quickest. Still with us, waiting for the ceremony. We'll be starting very, very shortly. You see gold medal and bronze winners take their place on the podium. What we have just seen, 200 meter sprint to see who the quickest person on skates is in the Panamerican nations. There have been some results that have surely pleased the Chilean fans, especially Manuel Silva Santibanez's performance and his medal. And for the women's, a superb run by Gaini Pajaro.
Teams competing. This is taking place in Vina del Mar, the tourist area. Being introduced to the crowd for her team. Coming out first, as you can see. Just trying to keep warm in these fresh conditions. Down at the beach of Playa El Sol. 11 teams competing. 4 athletes per team. 44 athletes in total.
We're a couple of minutes away from the opening ceremony.
Champions.
We're a couple of minutes away from the medal ceremony. 200-meter sprint roller speed skating.
Clearly labelled A, B, C, and D.
Skating medal to be awarded in the Santiago 2023
men, women,
Panamerican Games.
Then finishing up with the women. The ones crossing the line first. To see who is a gold medal. We've got some very strong contenders here. All of the medalists from the individual events, all 6 of them, will be competing in this team competition. Close eye on Mexico in particular, with the medalists in their team before. Brazil, the men's winner, USA, the silver medalist, and Colombia, women's silver medalists. How the medals are spread out, but today is a new day and a very different competition indeed. The mixed relay is incredibly fast and furious. Much shorter style event compared to the individual. The Chilean team making the most of their entrance. Diego Moya on the left. Individual competition. Leading the swim. He's going out first in the swim for Chile, so he'll be putting them in a good place. Competition. Well, I'm not sure if it's cold or all the athletes are just enjoying their moments in front of the crowd. This is their final competition, the final event of triathlon. Just 2 days ago we had the women's individual final and the men's final. That's great. Really making the most of the crowd there as he jogs down across the beach. Oh, look at this from Cuba. A little bit
Preparations are almost finished.
American dancing
for the medal ceremony.
The teams seem to be going to for display here.
Panamerican Games in
It's
Santiago.
fun, but
200
it is
meter
intense. You'll see.
roller
As we
speed
have all our
skating
teams lined up.
sprints just finished.
Just exactly how
About
fast
10-15 minutes ago
this event
for
becomes.
the men's and
Independent
women's
athletes team.
competitions. Get to see the gold silver and bronze medalists on stage.
It just shows how chilly it is in the water. With that fresh air temperature, no sun out today. Team number 11 from the independent athletes presentation. They make their way to the starting pontoon, just like the individual. It is a beach start, so run down steeper than it looks from here, across the sand to that choppy Pacific Ocean. Triathletes who are used to swimming 100 meters.
The California Community Partner Games presents the Women's Sea Games 200-meter time trial medal ceremony.
Los Juegos Panamericanos Santiago 2023 presentan la ceremonia de mención de Panamerican de velocidad, 200 metros meta contra meta femenino.
And here is the medal ceremony for the women's 200-meter sprint. In the first event of the roller speed skating. And what a fantastic effort by all 12 women in the competition. But the medals go to these 3 women. The gold going to Gaini Pajaro and a fantastic medal also for Erin Jackson, who won silver in the 500 meters back in 2015 in Toronto. Also for medal presenting party being introduced to the crowd in the Pantidromo, and it's a bronze medal for Erin Jackson of the United States of America. All smiles for the US athlete. She won bronze in the 200-meter event, silver 8 years ago in 2015 in the 500-meter event, and she won gold in Beijing Olympics on the ice in the 500 meters, as she did the silver in the team event on ice. And the winner of the silver medal representing El Salvador. She was first up on the ice, Yvonne Noches Gallardo, onto the second step of the podium. A superb opening skate. She set the time to beat for all the others. And it took until the very final pairing to snatch the gold medal off the El Salvador athlete.
Gold medal and Panamerican Games champion.
And it was snatched away from her by the hot favourite representing Colombia. Stepping onto the top step of the podium, Gaini Pajaro Guzman, gold medal winner in the 200 meters sprint. With a time of 18.624 seconds. She adds to her plethora of medals over the years. She was silver medal in the 300 and gold medal in the 500 in 2019. The anthem of Colombia, played proudly in Santiago, Chile. Gaini Pajaro, the gold medalist in the 200 meters. Stood beside her Yvonne Noches, Gallardo and Erin Jackson. Women walk off steadying their medals around their necks. The banners marching proudly behind them. I'm be sure we'll see some of these back for the 500-meter race tomorrow, which will be 2.5 laps around this 200-meter circuit in Santiago. And shortly it will be the turn of the men to come on to the track. To remind you, for the men, it was a hotly contested contest between Emmanuel Silva Santibanez, Andreas Jimenez Torres, and Jorge Martinez Morales. They were the three favourites in that men's competition, as we see the Colombian winner of the women's competition showing off her medal to friends, family, and the supporting crowd. Gaini Pajaro Guzman.
Moya did a lot of work on the bike on his own. With the two Americans, and he came out of the swim in the lead. But not able to capitalise on the swim. It's just 300 metres, didn't allow enough of a gap to break away.
Beautiful day once
now
again.
This pair find themselves in a chasing position.
Athletic Stadium in all its glory.
Okay, working together. You can see Moya moving to front
surrounding
of that chase pairing.
pitches, the hockey pitches, the
Remember, we've still got
velodrome,
two up the road.
the centre of sport. As we wait the men to come on to the
USA, Seth Ryder, Brock Hole. We've had successful results in the individual.
Pantidromo
Ryder
to receive their
was in
medals.
that initial breakaway on the bike, along with Moya, who's now
Silver
behind,
and bronze
and his
medals.
American teammate in the individual competition.
To remind you, the women's winners were gold to Colombia, Gaini Pajaro Guzman.
So those two trying to work
Silver
together. But this will be coming into
went
the
to
halfway point.
El
so
Salvador,
turn around,
Yvonne
back past the
Noches
crowd,
Gallardo,
and out for another 3K.
and bronze.
Incredibly
USA
high-end
and
effort.
Erin
This
Jackson.
it's one of these athletes who define themselves as doing an endurance sport, and this suddenly finds itself close to all out over such a short time. Well, at the moment, it really is a partnership game. America and Canada competing against each other. However, they know they can work well together, and they can open up more of a gap from the chasers, Chile and Ecuador. Working nicely together there. You can see the grimace on Seth Ryder's face as he just lets Brock Hole come through to do his stint on the front. Heads down. These two are working incredibly hard, and they'll just be wanting to open up as much of a gap and hope that if they do even compete together, they'll be having over two stronger teammates. Each one will have the same thought. The USA saving their freshest legs to the end. Gina Sereno didn't actually compete in the individual. She's been drafted in for purely the relay, so if the USA can be in contention at the end, then they could expect to see a strong performance from their final woman. A long way from that. We've still got 3 more athletes to go, and obviously completion of this bike, 1500-meter run, and our first handover. 180-degree turn complete back over the man-made river, and I think by the size of that group, it looks as though we could have seen Ecuador and Chile caught by the main pack. Now, if the main pack can work well together, they could start to close Hole and Ryder. But that's a big if, especially over such a short distance. There's no time for much discussion. Let's just get your head down and get working. And in a pair, these two have got that dialed in nicely.
And the men's 200-meter time trial medal ceremony is about to take place in what was a fantastic, unbelievably competitive
The remainder of the athletes now all
competition.
They need to really start working hard, otherwise it will be a battle
Here at
between all of
Santiago.
these just for the bronze medal.
Chile.
Gold and silver currently.
And you can hear and see
See the red and blue.
what it means to the home crowd,
Chile.
with the home athlete in the middle there, winning a home gold.
Ball's turn.
Fantastic skating in the final round by
Looks as though here there's a bit
Emmanuel
too
Silva Santibanez,
much resistance for
the world
anyone who wants to
champion
do the work in that group.
earlier on this
Result.
year in
Can
Italy,
we see the next time split? I'd be surprised
winning
if
the
just
gold medal.
how much this pair have managed to
And you
open
can
up.
now
They're really
add
getting ready for that
The
transition. They've still got
Panamerica gold medal
turn
to his CV.
come into transition.
See once again the
Left-hander.
presentation party being presented to the crowd here at
Speaking
the
of breaks,
Pantidromo.
stride for stride, Ryder and Hull coming in to their positions. Makes the short distance transition even more vital. Sure, opponents are in the correct boxes. He's watching closely. Well, Ryder ever so minimally
And the
quicker
bronze
there.
medal
Just leaves transition.
goes to the
Head.
Colombian athlete
Hull.
Andres
Showing very good
Jimenez
as
Torres.
we now see the remainder of the field. This is going to be one running
He
battle.
won bronze in the World Championships
These 7 athletes. Meanwhile,
and went so
Say
close to getting gold here.
are up
Pushed
the road. It's only a 1500 metre run, but Hidalgo,
the Chilean
the
athlete
men's
Emmanuel
individual
Silva
champion, is already
Santibanez.
setting the pace.
So close in that
He's going to see how
final
much he can do to
heat
rein
in the
in
final
that
round.
lead. Opened up by
The bronze goes to
USA and Canada.
Colombia.
We're back on a 2-lap course, just 750 metres, twice through.
Silva goes to Mexico's Jorge Martinez Morales.
Get onto the shoulder of Ryder.
He's so happy with that result. Look at him
Stay.
smile. Silva
Interesting to see
in
if
2015.
we do get a bit of a sprint into the handover to try and give
Bronze in 2015. Bronze in 2019. But it's silver in 2023 for Jorge Martinez Morales.
Jorge.
Great effort by the Mexican athlete.
You can already
listen
see
to this.
the breakup of the pack there on the
Gold
run.
medal
The
goes
set
to-
no longer coming into play, and as a result,
The Chilean athlete
it's really separating. But that would have been
to
the
the
time
roar
when
of the
we saw
crowd
the
in
gap.
Santiago.
Ryder at the front. We've just had a glimpse of how much Hidalgo of Brazil will be starting to close. the gap.
Emmanuel
At the moment, it's USA,
Silva Santibanez
Canada.
steps
and then we have a gap
to the
back
highest step
to
of the
Brazil.
podium, to the roars of Chile.
Canada in third. At this point in the race, it's a
And the
race.
gold medal
First and second.
hangs around his neck.
Of the run. It's just out and back in the opposite direction to the bike ride. That was the bell to notify the athletes just in case they might have, in their extreme hurt locker, forgotten how far they've got to go.
And make sure it
Halfway through that
fits nicely. Emmanuel Silva Santibanez
run. To really try
will
and
listen
take
proudly
hold,
to the anthem
hanging on there.
of Chile.
Say that team, the independent athletes team. Still no changes. Canada and USA managing to work together on that 6K bike leg. Riders each for their own. No help going on here, although Seth Ryder is setting the pace. Brock Hole of Canada just doing his very best to hang on to that pace unless he's saving something for a surge at the finish. another gear just to have an advantage to Ackland, who will be in the second leg for the USA. They go 6th and 7th in the individual, so expect another close race between the next two women for the USA and Canada. Here comes Hull. We were wondering if he was trying to sit on the shoulder of Ryder. He has paced that very well. Intelligent racing, letting Ryder do the work. Not much difference to sit on the shoulder in the running compared to the cycling. Surge coming from Canada. Take the shoulder. Now there's the blue carpet. That is the sign of the start of transition. It's into the changeover. So Canada just lead the USA. What a close race that was between Seth Ryder and Brock Cole, who've given it everything, as you can see, and a little bit of an idea of the gap between our next two athletes. Just a moment of hesitation there by Emmy Legault of Canada. She's already relinquished that lead to the USA as they go in side by side into the swim. Will these two work together? They'll know that they've got the bike ride after this short 300 meter swim.
A cappella by
See a breakaway.
the crowd. Confirmation of the medals. Gold to Manuel Silva Santibanez. Silver to Mexico's
Much of the way of the
Jorge
breakup
Martinez Morales. And bronze to Colombia's Andres Jimenez Torres.
of Mexico.
Fantastic skating by the athletes.
Argentina and Venezuela all completing the first leg.
In terms of drama,
So it's Erika Ackland.
the Chile
And
athletes
the USA just taking the lead. Emmy Legault
delivering for the home
sits on the
crowd.
feet, and I would imagine these two will remain together.
And that goal, I'm sure, will be worn proudly for the rest of the weekend. But
But
he'll have more
don't seem to have really split up too
work
much
to do
either.
as he comes back, I'm sure, tomorrow for the 500 metre competition. Hoping to
How
add
intense
further
that last 1500
to
metre
his
run was for
collection
those men.
of medals.
Quarter of the way.
Yeah,
Through
loved,
this
adored
next relay. The women on leg number 2.
by the Chilean fans.
So really get a view there. Of the
But that's
shot.
it for the opening session of the roller speed skating.
Lifesavers that
As
have the
Manuel
boys.
Silva Santibanez goes round signing autographs, taking
Slower,
some
but it will
photos.
obviously be the same for all of the athletes.
A superstar
Back here. With a gap to
here in Chile
third, but that
in the
might not be
speed
an advantage.
skating
If they end up working
competition.
on their own. I think this is
We'll be
Jennifer
back
Arnold.
later on with further
That was the position at the
skating.
handover.
with the 1,000 metre sprint event. Some of these athletes will be back in that race as well, putting their feet up to rest for the next few hours. Please join us then for further
1-2 USA lead Canada.
roller speed skating from
The majority of that last
the
run.
Santiago
Making a
Panamerican
surge.
Games
Long
2023.
jumps on the wetsuit of Erika Ackland. See how hard the leg kick is. Don't necessarily see leg kick that hard in the individual event when they're swimming 1,500 metres. Listen to the total effort on this. Just the 300.
This afternoon, we will have qualifications and finals for men's and women's 1,000 meters.
Meters from Playa El Sol. The exit point for steep sand. To transition. Let's try to get away from each other or unmate to work hard together as we saw.
Give it up for our volunteers.
Santiago 2023 quiere reconocer el mayor aporte del evento brutal. Siguiendo la organización de
Coming uphill through deep sand whilst trying to remove cap, goggles, and wetsuit. Absolute leg run, and that's before jumping on the bike. Here we go. It does look as though Brazil have closed the gap a little bit. Jennifer Arno in third place. Can she get onto the wheel of our leaders? Just leading Lego. Cuba in the mix there, just ahead of Mexico. That top spot. Short distance. Does she try to close that gap? Do a solo effort. Or is she going to wait for the others to come and join in and make it good work? Well, it looks as though Arno doesn't really have a choice. She is far enough ahead of the chasing pack. She's going to have to work solo. We'll see what she can do and if she can close this gap. Once these two start working together, Legault now putting in a surge, trying to get onto the wheel of Ackerland. Ackerland's happy to allow her. These two will have a significant advantage if they work together like their teammates did in that first leg, the men. Yeah, there's Legault getting onto the wheel of her competitor, Jennifer Arno. And that solo patch now. Ackerland realising, almost acknowledging that, yeah, okay, we'll work together then. I'll let you catch up. But only on the condition that you now, in a moment, do some work on the front.
Coraje y sentimientos, guerrera, guerrero en el epicentro, Santiago de Chile, el punto de encuentro para demostrar lo que se lleva dentro. Mi alma proclamo, con el foco claro está en mi mano, superar mi tramo, dale ven y vamos, que esto no es en vano, aquí celebramos Panamericano.
Que guía la estrella andina, la chacana ilumina, brillando de vida, el juego se inicia. Tu corazón bombea fuego, te guía, levanta para callar los miedos, confía, tu equipo, tu gente, tu pueblo unido se puede tocar hasta el cielo.
In the driving seat. Trying to conserve as much as she can when she's behind, so then these two are very evenly matched. Look at Ackerland, 7. Even though they are pushing each other, it is giving them an advantage, the teams of the USA and Canada. The longer they work together, each time a handover, they are a duo against a solo effort of Brazil. And they're all aware of that, especially those waiting to take over in the relay handover. The coaches will be doing the maths and saying, well, better off working together for the time being.
Fuerza, coraje y sentimiento, guerrera, guerrero en el epicentro, Santiago de Chile, el punto de encuentro para demostrar que se lleva dentro. Mi alma proclamo con el foco claro, está en mi mano, superar mi tramo, dale ven y vamos, que esto no es en vano, aquí celebramos Panamericano.
Going the opposite direction. Jennifer Arnold.
Panameo para Panamérica, entera de pie y en un mapa que guía la estrella andina, la chacana ilumina brillando de vida, el juego se inicia. Tu corazón bombea fuego, te guía, levanta para callar los miedos, confía, tu equipo, tu gente, tu pueblo unido se puede tocar hasta el cielo. Sube encima de la cordillera.
Let's come out. Panamerican Games. Grab some valuable ranking points.
Nadie apaga este fuego.
16 different nations. 11 of those managing to put together a team of 2 men and 2 women to compete in this mixed relay. And here we see a surge has been made, and this is interesting.
Coraje y sentimiento, guerrera, guerrero en el epicentro, Santiago de Chile, el punto de encuentro para demostrar que se lleva dentro. Mi alma proclamo con el foco claro, está en mi mano, superar mi tramo, dale ven y vamos, que esto no es en vano, aquí celebramos Panamericano.
Along with me, so that's a distinctive move. But will that mean that Brazil can start to close the gap on Canada? Surges ahead. There it is. There's our third place. First place on the right that we're following. That is Brazil going in the opposite direction, and we'll be looking and noticing that that pair has broken up. Of an incentive to try and chase them out of Canada.
Panameo para Panamérica, entera de pie y en un mapa que guía la estrella andina, la chacana ilumina brillando de vida, el juego se inicia. Tu corazón bombea fuego, te guía, levanta para callar los miedos, confía, tu equipo, tu gente, tu pueblo unido se puede tocar hasta el cielo.
In her rearview mirror now. Down on the hoods. Leg 2 for the women. Let's get a time check and just seeing what the gap is between the USA leading, Canada in second, Brazil in third.
Fuerza, coraje y sentimiento, guerrera, guerrero en el epicentro. Santiago de Chile, el punto de encuentro para demostrar
lo que se lleva dentro.
mi alma proclamo, con el foco claro está en mi mano. Superar mi tramo, dale ven y vamos, que esto no
No,
es
I
en
take
vano.
that back.
Aquí
It's 13
celebramos
seconds in it.
Panamericano.
And Legault ran 13 seconds quicker than Acolyte. So could we see the gap closing? And that is most probably, I think Erica Acolyte decided she was going to make the move on the bike and not wait until the 1600 meter USA. Second lead that was from that short effort. So riding, here's Arlo of Brazil.
Panameo para Panamérica, entera de pie y en un mar porque guía la estrella andina, la chacana ilumina brillando de vida, el juego se inicia. Tu corazón bombea fuego, te guía, levanta para callar los miedos, confía, tu equipo, tu gente, tu pueblo unido se puede tocar hasta el cielo. Sube la cima de la cordillera.
Running legs after that. Well, there we are, the remainder of the group very much as a pack. They can close that gap on Brazil, but as you can see, it's over half a minute.
Yo, nadie apagará este fuego.
Slightly higher performance. We've already seen the bronze medalist Greales compete, and there's Rueda, the green suit of Mexico, the winner of the women's individual. Meanwhile, no change at the front. USA leading.
Fuerza, coraje y sentimiento, guerrera, guerrero en el epicentro. Santiago de Chile, el punto de encuentro para demostrar
Lo que se lleva dentro.
mi alma proclamo, con el foco claro está en mi mano. Superar mi tramo, dale ven y vamos, que esto no es en vano. Aquí celebramos Panamericano.
Sube la cima de la cordillera.
Doing 1,500 meters, not 10 kilometers. Relaxed in her face. Showing this all-out effort. Poker face. Any athlete wants to hear. 1 lap to go, 750 meters left for Erica Acolyte until she hands over to Matthew McElroy.
Tu corazón bombea fuego, te guía, levanta para callar los miedos, confía, tu equipo, tu gente, tu pueblo unido se puede tocar hasta el cielo. Sube la cima de la cordillera.
There's much time between herself and Canada. Hydration. Short time.
Nadie apagará este fuego.
Tourist destination, but maybe a little too early in the season for the tourists to be out filling the beaches. Will be the moment where Acolyte gets to glance back down the road and see, has she managed to increase that distance? And from a glance, it looks as though that is more than 12 seconds. Between Ackland and Lego.
Guerrero en el epicentro, Santiago de Chile, el punto de encuentro para demostrar lo que se lleva dentro. Mi alma proclamo, con el foco claro está en mi mano, superar mi tramo, dale ven y vamos, que esto no es en vano, aquí celebramos Panamericano.
Sube encima de la cordillera, dando la vida, dejando tu huella.
Few meters under the blue arch, and then it's just looking for that blue carpet. Right hand turn into transition. Hand over to pumping shoulders a little bit higher towards the end of the run, just showing the hip foot out. Carpet. She will spot her teammate waiting, and the handover is there. The USA handover in first at the halfway point. 2 legs done. Leg 3 begins with Matthew McElroy down the steps to the deep sand. He's aware that this is going to be a 100% solo effort. She will not be wanting to see the company of Liam Donnelly. Great. Head down. Here are the chasers. Canada, 31 seconds back. So interesting. The USA gained 31 seconds on that winning zone. Doing most of the damage on the bike, finishing it up. Right, this is interesting now. We can see that gap between Canada and Brazil having moved down to just 12 seconds. Manuel Macias is in third position behind Liam Donnelly. 12 seconds in it. Can Brazil catch Canada and then maybe start to do a bit more damage on the bike? We've also got a breakaway of Mexico. We expected to see Mexico in the mix, and a strong performance. Surprisingly from Lisa Torreira, the women's champion.
Fuerza, coraje y sentimiento, guerrera, guerrero en el epicentro, Santiago de Chile, el punto de encuentro para demostrar lo que se lleva dentro. Mi alma proclamo, con el foco claro está en mi mano, superar mi tramo, dale ven y vamos, que esto no es en vano, aquí celebramos Panamericano.
Sube encima de la cordillera.
Can Brazil catch Canada? Can Mexico catch Brazil? Can anyone catch the USA? On for success here again at the Pan-American Games.
Entera de pie y en un mapa que guía la estrella andina, la chacana ilumina brillando de vida, el juego se inicia. Tu corazón bombea fuego, te guía, levanta para callar los miedos, confía, tu equipo, tu gente, tu pueblo unido se puede tocar hasta el cielo. Sube encima de la cordillera, dando la vida, dejando tu huella.
Interesting to find out just how fatigued Matthew McElroy is. No signs of that yet in the swim. Incredibly hard race, and that's still remember 2 days ago in individual competition. Now it's going to be a 100% solo effort. That won't bother him for the run. One of the strongest runners in the field. On the bike, he won't have any company. We still hope to not after that swim. Top 3 are out onto the bike. Oh, this is tough here. Out of that choppy ocean straight into deep sand up a steep hill. Race director here must have a bit of fun designing this course. Canada still in second, not joined by Brazil just yet. Liam Donnelly holding off Macias.
Yo, fuerza, coraje y sentimientos, guerrera, guerrero en el epicentro, Santiago de Chile, el punto de encuentro para demostrar
que se lleva dentro.
mi alma proclamo, con el foco claro está en mi mano, superar mi tramo, dale ven y vamos, que esto no es en vano, aquí
Work on solo
celebramos
efforts. This really will
Panamericano.
be just a test of who has got the speed and any strength left after the individual competition. In third place, as predicted according to their rankings. Increase a bit more of the lead. Canada dropped to 37 seconds behind. Brazil only closing 1 second in the swim. There's a gap first and second, and then an 11-second gap between Canada and Brazil.
Panameo para Panamérica, entera de pie y en un mapa que guía la estrella andina, la chacana ilumina brillando de vida, el juego se inicia. Tu corazón bombea fuego, te guía, levanta pa' callar los miedos, confía, tu equipo, tu gente, tu pueblo unido se puede tocar hasta el cielo. Sube la cima de la cordillera.
Those gaps small enough for a pair to start to work together as a group. Potentially, Donnelly. Potentially to close. Getting smaller, lap by lap, transition by transition. Riveros of Chile. Chile started so well. Riveros, the second strongest athlete in their team, finishing sixth in the division. Can he compete inwards? From the leader.
Coraje y sentimientos, guerrera, guerrero en el epicentro, Santiago de Chile, el punto de encuentro para demostrar
lo que se lleva dentro.
Mi alma proclamo, con el foco claro está en mi mano, superar mi tramo, dale ven y vamos, que esto no es en vano, aquí celebramos Panamericano.
Time for this 180 left-hand turn. First turnaround point. Back here for one more lap.
Entera de pie en un mapa que guía la estrella andina, la chacana ilumina brillando de vida, el juego se inicia. Tu corazón bombea fuego, te guía, levanta pa' callar los miedos, confía, tu equipo, tu gente, tu pueblo unido se puede tocar hasta el cielo. Sube la cima de la cordillera.
Compared to the 40k they completed in the individual.
Nadie apagará este fuego.
Working quite different systems. Some of these athletes will have trained more for the shorter efforts. Others might be more comfortable over the Olympic distance events. These short course athletes have to be prepared to race over the Olympic distance. The sprint distance, which is the bike's term, is 20k, so half of the Olympic distance. And then
Fuerza, coraje y sentimientos, Guerrera, guerrero en el epicentro. Santiago de Chile, el punto de encuentro para demostrar.
There's the bell.
Mi alma proclamo con el foco
Halfway
claro.
point
Está en mi
through the
mano
bike
superar mi tramo.
for
Dale, ven y
Matthew
vamos,
McElroy.
que esto no es en vano. Aquí celebramos Panamericano.
Wide shot we've got here will show Canada coming into. Thought we might have just missed that. Rock Canada. Did not have
Para
an
Panamérica, entera de pie y en un mapa que guía la estrella andina, la chacana ilumina brillando de vida, el juego se inicia. Tu corazón bombea fuego, te guía, levanta para callar los miedos, confía, tu equipo, tu gente, tu pueblo unido se puede tocar hasta el cielo.
For McElroy. The final turn, the sharp left, back on themselves. And then it is straight line, pretty much, to transition.
Fuerza, coraje y sentimiento. Guerrera, guerrero en el epicentro. Santiago de Chile, el punto de encuentro para demostrar
Lo que se lleva dentro.
Mi alma proclamo con el foco claro. Está en mi mano superar mi tramo. Dale, ven y vamos, que esto no es en vano. Aquí celebramos Panamericano.
Sube encima de la cordillera.
Hiding for anybody here. There's not going to be any surprises. Only half these athletes on the course, and obviously the ones waiting to come in will have a relay to them. Will it be good? It might have changed a little too.
Entera de pie y en un mapa que guía la estrella andina, la chacana ilumina brillando de vida, el juego se inicia. Tu corazón bombea fuego, te guía, levanta para callar los miedos, confía, tu equipo, tu gente, tu pueblo unido se puede tocar hasta el cielo. Sube encima de la cordillera.
McElroy will be delighted to see as he now hits his favourite discipline of the run. This is the fine position #1 for the team of the USA. This is bike, his teammates. And that was incredibly fast indeed.
Fuerza, coraje y sentimientos, guerrera,
is
guerrero en el
out
epicentro, Santiago de
on the
Chile, el
run
punto
course.
de encuentro para demostrar lo que se lleva dentro. Mi alma proclamo con el foco
And look
claro,
at this,
está
we
en mi
do
mano,
have
superar mi tramo, dale, ven y vamos, que esto no es en
significant
vano,
move
aquí
here. Brazil
celebramos
has caught Canada.
Panamericano.
Messias has ridden up to Donnelly. We're going to see when that happened and whether there was any work together or if Donnelly has ridden solo before Messias just catching him at the end. How much has that taken out of Manuel Messias? Front legs. Messias has left after that effort. Still so little change. 4 seconds closed the gap between USA and Brazil and Canada now.
Panameo para Panamérica, entera de pie y en un mapa que guía la estrella andina, la chacana ilumina brillando de vida, el juego se inicia. Tu corazón bombea fuego, te guía, levanta para callar los miedos, confía, tu equipo, tu gente, tu pueblo unido se puede tocar hasta el
Still
cielo.
a change of athletes. This 1500 metre run. Save the stronger athletes to last. Who have gone front end? Chile, Venezuela, still those two working together as they were when they headed up on the bike. Chance of catching the speedy legs of Matthew McElroy. Round of 31 dead in the individual 10K. Incredibly quick running at the end of a triathlon. He's from a track background, 5 and 10K, so will be very comfortable running 1500 meters.
Coraje y sentimientos, guerrera, guerrero en el epicentro, Santiago de Chile, el punto de encuentro para demostrar lo que se lleva dentro. Mi alma proclamo con el foco claro, está en mi mano, superar mi tramo, dale, ven y vamos, que esto no es en vano, aquí celebramos Panamericano.
His competitors in the individual putting on surges, but right now it's purely a time trial effort. There are no games to play. It is a foot race as hard as he can manage for 1500 meters. Comfortable 183 turns.
Panameo para Panamérica, entera de pie y en un mapa que guía la estrella andina, la chacana ilumina brillando de vida, el juego se inicia. Tu corazón bombea fuego, te guía, levanta para callar los miedos, confía, tu equipo, tu gente, tu pueblo unido se puede tocar hasta el cielo.
In McElroy's race. Other athletes, especially his first lap, second lap by now. Time for the bell. For McElroy, asking why, but it's best now to conserve that energy. Just a 5-second penalty. That, as long as he doesn't let that get to him, will not be making any indentation to that lead. 30-second lead ahead of Canada and Brazil at the start of the run. Gina Sereno is now out on to her leg, the final athlete in the USA team. Brazil on the heels of Brazil Brazil have opened up the gap from Canada. Canada dropping into third. Really strong leg there by Manuel Messias.
Santiago de Chile, el punto de encuentro para demostrar
que se lleva dentro.
mi alma proclamo con el foco claro está en mi mano superar mi tramo dale ven y vamos que esto no es en vano aquí
Can she
celebramos
close a bit of the gap
Panamericano
on Sereno? Nika Jamnicki to Canada. These are current medal positions. USA leading. Brazil in silver medal position. Canada in the bronze. They've managed to hang on to the USA for the first 1.5 legs of the relay. Stepping off the pace halfway through their leg 2 women's leg. Effort, solo effort on the bike for all three of them.
Panameo para Panamérica, entera de pie y en un mapa que guía la estrella andina, la chacana ilumina brillando de vida, el juego se inicia. Tu corazón bombea fuego, te guía, levanta para callar los miedos, confía, tu equipo, tu gente, tu pueblo unido se puede tocar hasta el cielo. Sube la cima de la cordillera.
Swim leg. I changed that, so that would make sense. It was Victoria Lopez who was passing. Cap number 3, Brazil suddenly gone into the lead on the final leg of this mixed relay. Victoria Lopez knows how to work solo. She did that for all of the swim and all of the bike in the individual. It's a much shorter, more intense distance it is. She is trying to make a break now. She does not want to have Serena of the USA on her heels heading out onto that bike lane. Incredible efforts from Brazil, laying down that main pack. Right now, they are leading this mixed relay with just the bike and the run to go for the final women. Victoria Lopez out of the water. She powers up through this deep sand. She knows she's got to put in everything. As we see Gina Solino trying to see if she can get onto the wheel in that transition. Transition's going to be key here. See exactly where our positions lie. And there's Dominika Jamnicki still in that third position where she entered the water. That wetsuit, hat and goggles off, because there's no room for error already. Sereno in sight, helmet going on for Lopez. Get that wetsuit off. Bike is out for Sereno is at her transition station. On transition for Victoria Lopez. Well, 11 seconds. The difference there. See Canada coming into view. A little further back again.
Fuerza, coraje y sentimientos, guerreras, guerrero en el epicentro. Santiago de Chile, el punto de encuentro para demostrar
Lo que se lleva dentro.
mi alma proclamo con el foco claro. Está en mi mano superar mi tramo. Dale, ven y vamos, que esto no es en vano. Aquí celebramos Panamericano.
Lose a pedal stroke. She's got to do it at some point, getting those feet into the shoes, not even in. I'll do them up in a second. Let's make sure that those feet are securely in the shoes, and then before she hits that left hand there to slightly power down to those pedals. Still in second for USA really. There's no room for any error at all. Brazil had the Panamerican Games champion heading out first. Just got in front of the race now. The last leg. See our bronze medalist from the women's event, Rosa Mejia.
La chacana ilumina brillando de vida, el juego se inicia. Tu corazón bombea fuego, te guía, levanta para callar los miedos, confía, tu equipo, tu gente, tu pueblo unido se puede tocar hasta el cielo. Sube la cima de la cordillera.
Any seconds at all. Just seconds lost. Venezuela still racing together. What her lead is before she makes that decision to. Well, there we just had a very quick glance before the camera left. USA still in very much the hunt of getting onto the wheel of Lopez, and it could end up being a foot race if that happens. Where does Lopez start running?
Coraje y sentimientos, guerrera, guerrero en el epicentro. Santiago de Chile, el punto de encuentro para demostrar
Lo que se lleva dentro.
mi alma proclamo con el foco claro. Está en mi mano superar mi tramo. Dale, ven y vamos, que esto no es en vano. Aquí celebramos Panamericano.
Fast running American behind her on the bike. Fighting those Velcro straps, but it's obviously not something that's bothering her. Cycling. Even more important.
De pie y en un mapa que guía la estrella andina, la chacana ilumina brillando de vida, el juego se inicia. Tu corazón bombea fuego, te guía, levanta para callar los miedos, confía, tu equipo, tu gente, tu pueblo unido se puede tocar hasta el cielo.
Performance when having to swim entirely on her own. From the front, she did have Nareda on her heels doing it, and then onto the bike. They had solo for the full 40 kilometers. Incredible riding by the Brazilian. Quite have reserves in their legs to hold on to the run. Turn, and there's the bell. One lap of cycling to go for our leading women. Brazil hoping to open up as much of the gap on the USA. It's a 1,500 meter run. Victoria Lopez will have an idea of just how much of a lead she'll need ahead of Serino. She's not going to risk gets any glimpse.
Fuerza, coraje y sentimientos, guerrera, guerrero en el epicentro, Santiago de Chile, el punto de encuentro para demostrar mi alma proclamo, con el foco claro está en mi mano, superar mi tramo, dale ven y vamos, que esto no es en vano, aquí celebramos Panamericano.
Sube encima de la cordillera, dando la vida, dejando tu huella.
Today from the individual event. 6 kilometers of cycling. Turnaround point for the final time. Any of the athletes head out.
Panamérica, entera de pie y en un mapa que guía la estrella andina, la chacana ilumina brillando de vida, el juego se inicia. Tu corazón bombea fuego, te guía, levanta pa' callar los miedos, confía, tu equipo, tu gente, tu pueblo unido se puede tocar hasta el cielo.
1.5 kilometers, turns around, comes back and does 2 laps. The run heads out to the left for 750 meters. Halfway through. Or deadpan flat. Lumpiest of all 3 disciplines. The final turn away from home. The next one will be just meters before transition. Once again, see.
Nadie apaga este fuego.
Will be somewhere in third, but haven't managed to get onto the wheel of the USA. So we have 3 individual time trial efforts coming from our top 3 women. We'll have her head down. It's straight down this road to the blue carpet now.
Yo, fuerza, coraje y sentimientos, guerrera, guerrero en el epicentro, Santiago de Chile, el punto de encuentro para demostrar
Lo que se lleva dentro.
mi alma proclamo, con el foco claro está en mi mano, superar mi tramo, dale ven y vamos, que esto no es en vano, aquí celebramos Panamericano.
Sube encima de
Close
la
anything on
cordillera,
Canada. Huge ask. That's a short distance for Mexico.
dando la vida, dejando tu huella.
Showing her consistency in a theme. Depth around all 4 relay positions, all 4 of them inside the top 10 in the individual. Hidalgo going in the first leg.
Panamérica, entera de pie y en un mapa que guía la estrella andina, la chacana ilumina brillando de vida, el juego se inicia. Tu corazón bombea fuego, te guía, levanta pa' callar los miedos, confía, tu equipo, tu gente, tu pueblo unido se puede tocar hasta el cielo. Sube encima de la cordillera.
Can Brazil hold on to the lead? Lopez out now onto that final effort. Here comes second place at the moment, Gina Serino. And Canada had just closed the gap again. So 38 seconds, the lead that Lopez has. Surely that's enough over 1,500 meters, but only 3 seconds between the USA and Canada. Lopez, for a moment, looks as though she was smiling. I think that is a grimace, but this here is the foot race for silver and bronze. The battle again between USA and Canada, which we saw earlier on when they were looking like they'd be fighting for the gold and silver. That has now changed to silver and the bronze, because here's our current leader over this short running distance. She'd be reckoning her chances of holding off any surge coming from the USA and Canada.
Entera de pie y en un mapa que guía la estrella andina, la chacana ilumina brillando de vida, el juego se inicia. Tu corazón bombea fuego, te guía, levanta pa' callar los miedos, confía, tu equipo, tu gente, tu pueblo unido se puede tocar hasta el cielo.
The chasers. This will be a side she will be happy with. Look at that. There is a gap, and there has been a break between second and third. Crowd of Chile supporting country. A great Saturday morning here in San Diego. And the crowds are adding some colour. Venezuela and Ecuador have been inseparable for the last couple of laps. The bell. The halfway point, 750 meters left to run for Victoria Lopez of Brazil. She does drop the pace a little. She's still got a great chance of holding this together. She's going to be working hard though. Nothing to chance. Chile just dropped off Venezuela and Ecuador. Front of the race is all about Victoria Lopez and her teammates. Started with Miguel Hidalgo, didn't quite make those 2 breaks. Jennifer Arnold.
Entera de pie y en un mapa que guía la estrella andina, la chacana ilumina brillando de vida, el juego se inicia. Tu corazón bombea fuego, te guía, levanta pa' callar los miedos, confía, tu equipo, tu gente, tu pueblo unido se puede tocar hasta el cielo.
Made the big break to take the lead for Brazil. And I think we've got more changes going on for the silver, bronze, second, third. Well, there's maybe some lapped athletes going in there just to the leader, soon to become part of the winning team of this Panamerican Games. Final time. The legs will be screaming at this point. Passing the penalty tent. Thank goodness we've not seen any more penalties served. That was that 5-second penalty for the USA, but that will not have made the difference. You can start to see the USA in the background there. This is great running from Gina Serino. Now Canada still in touch. That Jamniki behind Serino. Hard to tell exact distance at this point. Pass over the shoulder, Victoria Lopez wanting to make sure further than it looks from here. She's not going to relax just yet. Well, here come the teammates, and Brazil become the Pan-American Games champions in the mixed relay. What a wonderful team effort that was, such consistency throughout, and they kept us guessing. The USA had looked like the dominant force at some point, but now Gina Solino with a strong run brings the USA home for the silver medal. Canada crossing the line, Dominika Jamniki secures the bronze for her and her teammates. Brazil coming out on top at the midway point of this relay. So much can change with each handover. She needs a little bit of time just to compose herself from that effort. Mexico, successful on paper of the individual event. Very different Rosa Tapia completing the relay for Mexico to finish in 4th position, 144 off the lead, over a minute behind the bronze medalist of Canada.
Fuerza, coraje y sentimientos, guerrera, guerrero en el epicentro, Santiago.